Hey, good morning. Hi. Hey, James Balden Jr. For our next show, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the NGOs. Let's talk about our tax dollars funding the NGOs. Let's talk about the NGOs then funneling money to non-economic development entities, and we're paying over $3 million in salaries and overhead so they can just give money away to charities and just self-fund themselves, a self-serving organization. And so, James, here's what you got to think about is the people that are on the board of directors of Topeka are those that have donated or are members of the Chamber of Commerce. Okay, so you have to pay to be a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And then you donate money to the Chamber of Commerce. And then from their membership, they choose the board members of Topeka. So it's challenging as an independent business person to try to say, well, you know, they're not spending the money the right way. Because they've given all this money to charities to conflate their egos or their standing. They're buying off the charities for love, for the love of money. Well, we love Topeka. They gave money to Forge. I was talking to a young man the other day that Forge is nothing more than a bunch. Well, he didn't speak highly about their social events. But anyway, it was not a very uplifting conversation from a guy that I respected under 30, maybe even under 25. But think about this for a second. So to try to be the guy that says, you know, we're not putting our money in the right place, and then to have so many nice people say, well, he's wrong. But your real estate taxes didn't go down. We didn't grow the population. So why don't we just get comfortable with what we really are? This is Mayberry. I like what a guy said the other day, or just a minute ago, actually. Topeka is a town. It's like a river that's it's an inch deep but a mile wide. But I tell you something, if you build an iconic footbridge over that river, then Topeka is going to be important. That's what Topeka needs, is an iconic footbridge. Remember when they tried that? They're probably not done with it. Greg Schwartz probably got it already designed. I'll bet you $1. There's a diorama of that upstairs here, built out of toothpicks and matches and glue. The iconic footbridge to cross the river that's 1 inch deep but a mile wide. That's a tough sell. I'm going to post something up. I just answered that call. They didn't. I'll call you later. Yesterday on the James Balden show, or the day before, we were talking about the money we don't have. So we spent $11 million on the hotel, $3.5 million in engineering fees just to shorten Huntoon. Huntoon, we can drive on it today. $5 million. Ask him how much rent goes to the landlord here. This guy's waiting for his grant, but due to his bronze color. That's kind of funny. Trying to make the point that I've never gotten a grant from Topeka personally for my stuff. That didn't. It's true, but they don't get it. They don't care. I really believe. I don't care what color your skin is. All human beings have tough life. And it ain't easy out here for anybody. Just think about all the people that inherited money that ruined their life. But government spends money like they have it, and they don't know how to be broke. That's the problem. See, with my upbringing in the mall business, you know, if one deal fails, moving it what, 1,000 feet over that way isn't going to make it all of a sudden succeed. When I talked to the guy with the bio, oh, it had a name. Well, when I talked to the guy that Topeka put in business here, BioRealty, he told me that the failure to this project was Molly, that she was responsible for the leasing of it. But this is one of those situations, it's just like government. Say something to Kevin Cook, he hands you a children's book and said you ought to be at the city. You go over to the city, it's a county problem. You try to put the city and the county together, they pass a Senate bill. These guys were on the right track right here. These guys could see the future. They could, I'm telling you. You stay here long enough, you're going to need mental health. Hey, they got a thing opening up by the jail. Since you abandoned Topeka and went down to, what, Baylor, was it? MD Anderson? Hey, I'll get a better response out of this guy than Topeka. Hey, after dealing with Topeka, I need your services. I don't care who you are. That is funny. Let's keep walking down here. What are y'all up to today? I'm gonna get out there, get cleaned up, make something of myself today. If I don't do it, nobody else is gonna. Hey, where are my signs falling in? Maybe I need to take some of those signs around to some different places. These are my real estate signs. I think closing's today on this deal. We may do some office space down here, but the upstairs is going to make a really, really nice home. But if I find the right office tenant, we can make a deal. Man, what a beautiful place to be. Right across from all the action at Evergy Plaza. Well, that's all I got for now. Down here. My dad used to have his office in the First National Bank back in the day. That's when Harry Comrie would take us around. Imagine spending $9.5 million of taxpayer money to one of the richest guys in town. And here's the thing about it, is if the deal was so good, it should stand on its own. And if you take all the money away and put it into infrastructure, that is the best way to create an even playing field. But hey, Mister, do it with TIF, do it with CID. Do you know the taxes on that building right there are only like $4,000 a year due to some special dispensation? So it's valued like, let's say $2.5 million, but due to the zone and the cone of silence, like $4,000 in taxes. So you got to think about it. The two young ladies that own the white hotel down there by the jail pay more in property taxes than this guy. At some point in time, the math has got to catch up with everything. And if I'm the news outlet that reports it, I'm the news outlet that reports it. I'll tell you, I got an idea for these guys. What they ought to do is sell pictures of people, and then you put them up at the end, and then you throw axes at them. Hey, you could make some money. At least get your axe throwing abilities. There was a guy on Johnny Carson that was throwing axes one time. Ed Ames, that's a famous axe throwing joke. It hit the guy in his crotch, and it was the way the axe landed. It made it look like he had an erection. It was funny. Uh-oh. Go on, go on. In the middle of the world. Coming through the press. MCRE Media. $3,000, $4,000 in real estate taxes. That's it. Think about it. Property taxes. That's all that guy's got to contribute. St. Louis. Even playing field. That's sad. We got to get people off the drugs. I don't think they're just waiting for the next Greyhound. So, exiting the common consumption area. So does that mean they could just sit there and drink? You know, get a six-pack, hang out. Hey, wait a minute, we're in the common consumption area. Okay, so look at that. See that? The building down there, the big white elephant? We're going to start calling it the Lofts on Madison. Do an affordable housing project. Hell, just mirror the one that they just did. And so let's say we can't get the federal tax funds. We could mirror the subsidies as close as we can through state law with RHID, TIF, and CID. We could do it and not have to get the state funding. What we need to do is we need to just follow state law. That's all we got to do. No but-for test. But think about that, building down there, paying more property tax than that building. So where's the justice? I'm going to post this up today. How long's that sat vacant? There's no reason whatsoever to prop up that guy. At that guy's expense. Those two young ladies shouldn't be penalized because this guy got a deal. Man, personally, I hate walking here. I want fences along there. As your mayor, I'd like to make a campaign promise to figure out how we could get fencing along there, just due to my acrophobia, for my own self-serving reasons. Don't elect him. He wants to put fences over the bridges for safety reasons. I feel safer down here. Hey, let's put a walking lane down here. Or let's use all the federal funds to create a bike lane and then encroach on the bikers. They do on the Shunga Trail. The very negative thing about running for politics is dealing with the truth. Man, I'm telling you what, I heard from a whistleblower. I got to get in and talk to Dr. Robert about the whistleblower. Hey, David Banks, if you're watching, help me get a meeting with the big shot. No, actually, Dr. Roberts is a nice guy, and you can get in to see him, and he's a reasonable guy sometimes. Why'd they take the Ichabod away from this guy? He used to have an Ichabod out there. Well, you know, you're not part of the club. You're not a part of the club around here. So Mr. New Owner got the Ichabod yanked. Wonder where he went. All right. I gotta go be a productive citizen. Go out and buy some stuff so Topeka can give it away to the charities. I'm live.